Good afternoon, Virginians, Americans. This is Chuck Smith coming to you from Doswell, Virginia, Caroline County. It's a beautiful day here. I'm here with my campaign manager, Cherie Saber, and here with the fine men and women who are out celebrating this great gun day. It's perfect here. It's a perfect time to be here. Of course, I'm out getting petition signatures, as you can say, and if you can help us with any of these petition signatures, we would encourage you to do so. We've got to get 10,000 petition signatures throughout Virginia, so we want to make sure that we're on that ballot so we can represent Virginia. It's a wonderful time here. There are a lot of people here. We're shaking hands, we're meeting people. We're meeting people from all across Virginia, and some of them from other parts of the United States. We're telling them, as we're telling Virginians, that we intend to be the Attorney General here in Virginia so we can get our Constitution back, so we can get our government back, so we can focus on what meets the needs of Virginians. We want to make sure that Virginia knows that Chuck Smith is not only the candidate, the best candidate for Virginia, but the best person morally, spiritually, and also economically, ethically, to lead this country forward. There are a lot of things that are happening in Virginia, but to change the current Attorney General, we want to make sure that we send our best secret weapon to Richmond, and that's Chuck Smith. Based on my qualifications, I believe that we can not only lead Virginia, but keep the promise of Virginians, keep the promise of Americans to lead and guide Virginia forward. It's a wonderful day here, but you know what? I would stay here 100 more days like this, because at the end of the day, it's not just about us. It's not just about this particular gun show, but it's about the Second Amendment and what it means to the United States. The Constitution has been given to us by the Founding Fathers. It has spawned the time of years, and it requires allegiance. It requires enforcement. We want to make sure that we lead Virginia in the direction that Virginia has been here, leading and guiding its citizens. Our job is to make sure that Virginians are protected. Our job is to make sure that Virginians' freedoms, our freedoms that we have earned as Americans, our freedoms are going to be intact. That we do not lose what we've earned, we do not lose what we've gained, but that we stand up for our rights, and we encourage Virginians to also stand up. So I ask you, if you want an Attorney General who is a former Marine, retired Navy JAG, lawyer for 37 years, the former chairman of the largest Republican Party city committee in the Commonwealth of Virginia, if you want someone to stand up for our children, to stand up for their values, to work to put God back in the classroom, God back in the courtroom, God back in our halls of justice, and the Constitution back on the mantle, if you want someone to stand up for law enforcement, to stand down bad actors, someone who will say to not only his immigration clients, but his criminal clients, if you cross our northern and southern border and violate our laws, at best you belong in a courtroom rather than in a classroom, running up and down our streets or hanging out in sanctuary cities. Someone who will say to all of Virginians, it's time to go forward. Stop playing the game that takes us around in a yo-yo and in a circle. We need to have Virginians standing up for Virginians, Americans standing up for Americans. At the end of the day, we want to have compassion. We want to have compassion for our fellow men and women throughout the world. But we also want to do what Donald Trump has said, and that is to get this nation back, to become a nation first. If we're going to be a nation, let's be a nation. If we're going to have laws, let's enforce those laws. We don't need more laws. We need to enforce the laws we've got. We don't need more refugee resettlements here in Virginia until we protect the citizens we've got. We don't need more attorneys generals running around this country, not enforcing our Constitution and enforcing our laws. And we certainly don't need more unidentified radical Muslim terrorists running around our country. We need to get our Constitution back, because in that Constitution we will find by symbolism the promise of Abraham Lincoln. In that Constitution we will find by symbolism the promise of Dr. Martin Luther King. That we will work as a nation to raise up and make this country the best country in the world. That we will raise up as a nation to make our rights enforced. We will make our rights the freedoms for all of America. My name is Chuck Smith, and I'm here for you. My candidacy is here for you. I encourage you, join our candidacy. If you're not on board, get on board. If you don't know how to contact us, go to our website, chucksmithforvirginia.com. chucksmithforvirginia.com, all spelled out. Once again, I'm asking you, as a candidate for Attorney General, as an American citizen, as a Marine, as a Navy JAG, as a human being, let's work together for the betterment of Virginia. Let's work together for the betterment of this country. So help us God. Thank you. God bless.